A bill that provides $14.3 billion in aid for Israel now hangs in the balance after winning House approval last night.
On this vote, the yeas are 226, the nays are 196. The bill is passed.
That measure passed largely along party lines. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has said that the bill will not be taken up in the chamber that he presides over. President Biden has also threatened to veto it. CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane joins us now. Scott, the ambassador to Ukraine posted on social media that she met with Speaker Johnson after the House passed this bill, which lacks support for Ukraine. That's one of the sticking points for the White House and the Senate. Talk to us about the significance of this point and about why that bill is really facing opposition from Democrats who otherwise support aid for Israel.
It really underscores, Lana, the fragility of this aid for Ukraine. The tens of billions of dollars requested by the Biden administration is in a real soft patch inside the Congress because there are dozens, not a few, dozens of U.S. House Republicans who oppose more U.S. tax dollars for Ukraine. The U.S. ambassador to Ukraine meeting with the House Speaker, posting she was meeting with the House Speaker, gives you an indication of how important it is to advocate House Republican advocacy to try to get that money. The Israeli aid, the $14 billion plus, which was split apart from the Ukrainian aid despite the administration's objection, is also still in a fragile spot, too, because that bill passed by the U.S. House in a pretty short time frame, Lana, is not going to pass the U.S. Senate. In fact, it's not even going to be debated in the U.S. Senate. Dead on arrival is how Majority Leader Chuck Schumer described it, in part because it doesn't have the Ukraine aid, but also because Democrats view that bill as having a poison pill. Cuts to the IRS in the name of deficit reduction, even though the Congressional Budget Office, Lana, said cutting the IRS inflames the deficit, doesn't reduce it.
Well, 12 Democrats really didn't seem to be in lockstep with their party because they voted in favor of the Republican-led measure last night. Explain their thinking.
Yeah, we heard from one of them, Jared Moskowitz of Florida, from West Palm Beach, or I'm sorry, from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And Moskowitz had said, and he had posted, that he had no choice, that there needs to be immediate aid for Israel, even though he vehemently disagreed with that proposal to cut the IRS. In some cases, these members who believe they have to be in support of Israel in any context voted to approve that bill, knowing they had objections to the IRS cuts, but also knowing, Lana, the bill's not going to become law. And you can make that vote in support of Israel and not cleave the IRS and inflame the deficit because you know the Senate's not going to pass it anyhow. There were some political calculations made on both sides of this, and that really is the complaint. If you have political calculations in an emergency aid package for Israel, Democrats complain that's not the way to go about governing.
Well, Scott, in the last few seconds that we have, we should point out that we're less than 3 weeks away from the potential of another government shutdown. Does all of this give us any insight into how House Republicans are going to negotiate the budget?
Yeah, there seems to be a growing indication as the weekend begins, Lana, there's going to be another one of those short-term deals, a continuing resolution to buy a few weeks, maybe buy a few months and get back at this again. It is a kicking the can down the curb. It just looks like the leg is arched back and ready to kick.
All right. Scott MacFarlane, thank you.